Hello everybody, my name is James here and welcome everybody back to the Roblox Formula 1 World Championship. It's round 9, the possible 90 rounds of this championship, guys, and we're here at Germany at the Hockenheimrimng. Yeah, we're here in Germany. Yeah, for this qualifying session here in Germany, so yeah. And after Silverstone, we're here at the Hockenheimrimng for round 9 then. And after a great win for Kimi Räikkönen for Lotus in the last race then, he took the lead of the championship after that race then. So good work for that then. So good work then in championship after Silverstone then. But yeah. So with this Roblox race back on track then, we're here at Germany. So the thing continued then, and then we go on to the final race will be in the St. Petersburg second Brazil for the Brazilian Grand Prix to end the season there. Right. So we got 17 cars there, and there's 10 cameras then in the full on the part of the track then. And yeah, holding its first race back in 1917, I got this, and they first brought this new layout to the circuit in 2002. That was the year where they removed all the old forest, and Jim Clark was killed there during a non-championship Formula 1 race in maybe 1968. That was so yeah. Good work for the two-time champion Jimmy Clark from 1963 and 1965 champion. He was British driver, so rest in peace for that guy. But he will be remembered in our hearts then for this Mr. Jim Clark guy, the British driver from Formula One champion. Yeah, he was. All right, after Britain, then let's have a look at the drivers' championship then. So after Silverstone, Räikkönen's lead the championship then after he secured that all-point win for Lotus. The Iceman now takes the lead the championship then from Jesse Boy, who sadly failed to score some points in the last race. He crashed out and he was out of that race in Britain. Jesse Boy was. He stayed on 55. Then Charles picking third place with 54 points, just 1 point behind Jensen. Roman Gross and fourth for Lotus had the team of club. Both Lotus finished in the points in the last race then in Silverstone at the British Grand Prix. Schumacher 6th place, only scored 1 point. Actually, I think it was 2 points he got then. And the other two cut the on the last few laps to the end of the race. Dodo Wilson 7th, Sebastian Vettel P8, David Carr 9th, and Sergio Perez rounding up the top 10. In the Constructors' Championship, Lotus are in the triple figures, and so on Worcester. And the gap's getting close between these two in the championship then. McLaren are in third behind HRT. Toro Rosso are in fifth ahead of Mercedes by just 3 points, and then 3 points behind it. Sauber in 7th. Red Bull will move up to 8th. Kitchen moved ahead of Ferrari by just 4 points there still. Williams are in 10th place, while Force India are in last place, which are 8th. So there's 2 more points left to offer then. So going to Q1 for the German Grand Prix, it's going to be a bit tricky for this. But can the back of the pack then, like Caterham, Ferrari, Red Bull, and Force India and Williams can make up some good advantages for the race tomorrow. So we've got all 24 drivers ready to go then. So Q1 is about to get underway then. Let's see how with this first qualifier of the German Grand Prix at the Hockenheimring will confirm. So let's do this. And by the way, guys, the pit lane is too tight, so I don't feel all the driver will not fit it in to get them to do their pit stop. We'll have to fix that overnight to try and fix it before in the Roblox. I need to try and fix out before the main event start then. So we're prepared for this. Räikkönen and Hamilton, the first 2 drivers, are going to start the lap. Räikkönen's still here, so away right now. The winner from the last race and the championship leader, Kimi Räikkönen, for the 2007 World Champion for Lotus, is off on his lap. So let's see who will do this. So there are the 2 champions there from this Roblox era then. Pedrosa 2010 and Belica last season 2011 then. So let's see who will win this season. So it's round 9 the championship then. Räikkönen going through into the stadium section now, which is used to be there from back in 1970 then, where Formula 1 first headed to the Hockenheimring. As Kimi heading towards cross line to finish his first one out on track here in the Hockenheimring, and he goes on the 51.782. Lewis Hamilton is heading towards the stadium section for the McLaren Mercedes. So what could the McLaren driver do? What could the 7-time champ could do? Hamilton went the 5 corner. Always figured it'd be lots of bit of time there. Cross line it goes, and it's a 51.811. So both Kimi and Lewis did primarily okay for their first one out in qualifying there. So it's only just the beginning. So Räikkönen is a 51.782 and Hamilton 51.811. And yep, they were the first cars to be out so far then. So still a lot more to go then, as we'll hopefully do the same we do with the other drivers then. So that's these 2 done. Let's bring in the next 2 drivers in. We've got two Melissas next up, so the side by side they go. They need to spread out, or I will not get their both up times in. But Piggy Stop and Team McClock will have to wait. Oh no, I didn't start this up time. They're too close. They were. That's why they had to. So Melissa will have to do something about this, about the drivers, because having their two drivers does not work out, my friend. So Piggy is off for his lap time. Then Glock will have to wait for his turn then to try and post his lap then. So the Melissa driver charged with the Frenchman who won the Chinese Grand Prix there. Team Glock has, I think, has he won any races so far this season? I don't think he has. No, he hasn't. I don't think so. So Melissa have one win so far then. So coming into this race in Germany then, looks like Piggy's getting out from Team Glock then. I wonder if he's going to do that in the race tomorrow then, if he does like that then. But right, here they come. They're coming around the last corner right now. As Piggy's going to finish his lap down. Can we have time to get Team Glock's lap time in? Okay, Piggy's done and Team Glock is off then. So Piggy's done his lap there. It's a 51.668 from the Frenchman then. And he goes to the professional top of the table then. So good luck from Charles Peter. Let's see what his teammate could do. So with Pig done his lap, here comes what could Team Glock complain about? Well, next will be the two Red Bulls there, Vettel Weber. But I think this time, I think they're going to do it safely though, I think. So hopefully they won't spread out a lot then. And hopefully try to do the lap dance. So we've picked on his lap time. Glock on the way then for his lap then. So hopefully, okay, so going into 40 seconds now. So remember, cross the line, he will be, hopefully it's going to be a better lap time for Team Glock then. But let's see, round the 5 he comes through then. And then towards the line right now then, and it's at 51.668. That's the same lap time what Pick did. So both Melissa set the same original lap times there. So good work there from Melissa. Wow, well done there. Same original lap times there. 51.688. Wow, great work there for both of Melissa there. Both tied on the same time. Wow, both on the same amount of time there by a single second. By the way, they're both at the top now, but we've got a few more. We've got two Red Bulls coming up next up. Hopefully they'll not mix up like the Melissas did. But anyway, it's time for the Red Bulls' turn to do it. Okay, here come the both Red Bulls. Vettel's off and Weber's off as well. So both Red Bulls on their lap now. So good luck for these two drivers. The reigning champions Red Bulls then. So Vettel and Weber off their lap times there. Oh, it's good draw. Well done for Christian and all the teams then. The team principal of this team. Wow, look at this. Both Weber racing drivers with Vettel and Weber. Look at those two drivers go. Vettel and Weber, well, they had a bit of poor performance. They had the poor performance in qualifying they had in the last qualifier in Britain at Silverstone, but they faced an incredible 5th and 6th place in that race the next day then. That was a good result after so many events they was doing the race then and finished in the top 5. For good work there in the top 10 finish for both Vettel and Weber then to finish in the points then. But anyway, here come both of them coming around the 5 corner now. Vettel's going to be the first one to finish his lap right now, followed by his teammate Mark Webber, and well, Vettel goes on a 51.725 and Webber goes on a 51.759. So that is very good. Vettel goes into second place. Webber goes ahead of Kimi and goes into third. So that might be better for both Webber to safely go through then. So good work for that. Vettel is in third. Webber in fourth. So good work for the Red Bull drivers then. So hopefully they will be safe going into Q2, I hope. But let's get in the next two will be Grozen and Alonso. Okay, so Roman Grosjean in the overload to the Frenchman. Off he ready to go. Then he's starting his up right now. Alonso, the Spaniard for Ferrari, also begins his up right now. So good luck for these two going into turn 1. Alonso has won this racetrack then 2 times he had with Ferrari in 2010 and 2012. Has he won it as well for when in 2006 then? Yeah, it was. Yeah, the German Grand Prix was there, the Hockenheimrimng, yeah. But hopefully we'll have good for that memories for Lando Norris here in the Hockenheimrimng. I think 3 times he had, or maybe twice he had. I think it was 3 times, yeah. He won it 3 times, I think he did, yeah. So well done for that for Fernando Alonso then. So Grosjean goes flying okay, but he got for the part second sector then, but it looks like he's not that. He might be quicker than Kimi in that going through the safety section then. We're going to find out then when he heads to cross when he finishes his lap then. Here goes Grosjean heading towards the line right now. And across the line, his lap time is a 51.754, and he goes ahead. He goes faster than his teammate Kimi. Well, Alonso goes quickest for Fiore. Wow, the Spaniard goes quickest on 51.456. Great luck from Alonso then. He goes to the official top of the timing seat in Q1 in this first qualifying session then. So good work for that from Fernando Alonso. So, with 8 drivers down and there's a couple more left to go. Next up, Michael Schumacher for Mercedes and Carter Kayen for HRT F1 team. Alright, so the Mercedes and Michael Schumacher is looking good. The 7-time champion, the German. Off he goes for his lap time then. Wayne Carter Kayen will hopefully do the same as for HRT as well. And just by the way then, guys, while we're doing this F1 2020 here, well, hopefully we can do the F1 2007 season and the F1 1999 F1 season with, because some of the Roblox people, like any fans of Roblox, have put in some old classic teams into Formula 1, like Stewart, Prost, Arrows, and I decided I want to do the 99 F1 series, but unfortunately I don't. But for this, some of the track will not have the 99 line layout, so I'll pick some of the tracks then, like I just like for like 10 or 12 races. I might have like 12 for the 1999 F1 series, so I might change something that might be real, but I'll use the modern tracks then. But yeah. Anyway, Michael Schumacher 7th check across the line, and it's a 51.476, and he goes second, just 20 milliseconds off from Fernando Alonso. So Michael Schumacher slipped into second place for Mercedes. Here comes the red car to get the engine driver, cross the line, and he goes into third. Head to the two more horses of Glock and Pick. So Carter moves up into third place for HRT then. So good luck from the Wayne Carter then. So Carter and Schumacher will be safely through then with their best lap times of the session so far in Q1. But we've got Q2 Q to yet to one. But the 17th drive will go fast to Q2 then. And the 7 slowest cars will be knocked out in this first qualifying session then. So who would that be? But anyway, with them done, let's bring the next two in. So, 10 drivers down, just 12 more to go. Though we're nearly halfway through this first qualifying session of the day. As both Nico Hülkenberg and Jenson Button for Force India, for Sahara Force India and the other McLaren of Jenson Button, the 2009 champion is off now. So, going into turn 1 now, looks like Jenson Button's got the upper hand for McLaren. Hülkenberg, well, looks like the Force India driver is much easier after he faced that last in the previous race in Britain at Silverstone. Like this German Grand Prix is completely going better than, even though he's not on the countdown anymore in Formula 1 now. So hopefully he's good with the German GP then. But hopefully, like my dad likes Germany and I like Germany. Yeah. Okay, we're heading towards the cross line right now then. So coming to cross the line right now then. Hülkenberg across, and it's a 51.590 for the German, and he goes just between Carter. He goes second quickest. Then what about Button? Oh, that's okay for Jenson then, but he goes ahead to Vettel and Webber. There's both Red Bulls then, and he goes up ahead of them. So with 51.716, Hülkenberg goes into P3, but it's still Fernando Alonso who's still quickest after the half of the drivers have done the lap then, so there's still the next half of this. So we're halfway through the first qualifying of the German Grand Prix then, with Alonso quickest and slowest is Hamilton then. So we've got 12 more cars to the left to run, and next up will be both Massa and Rosberg. So next to do the lap for this first qualifying here in Germany at the Hockenheimrimng circuit. Felipe Massa in the other Scuderia Fiat, the Brazilian, and the other German driver, Mercedes, Nico Rosberg. So, Massa, a one-up 2008 champion, and Rosberg, a 2016 champion. So, let's see. Oh, Rosberg got a bit slow going into turn 2 there. That might have lost a bit of time there. Massa, remember this, he lost this race to his teammate Fernando Alonso. Right for this call here, like, Fernando is faster than you. And that's where Massa let Fernando through, and he fizzed his head, and that fined Scuderia Fiat $100,000 from that team orders incident, and mean they would ban that for the next season then in 2011 then. Same with the Red Bull did in 2013 Malaysia GP as well then. Like multi-trade one Seb, yeah. Alright, here goes Felipe Massa around the far corner. He's got part of same section then. Cross the light, 51.690. Rosberg at 51.693. Definitely close there between these two drivers there, doing their lap then. there's like Massa's just 2 minutes off from Glock and Pick's time then for both the Mausers, and he goes behind them. Watch, but he's just 3 minutes and he goes behind Massa. So yeah, so he's just behind Massa then, so not ahead of him then. So Massa and Robert close between Glock and Pick's lap time for Marissa then, and they go in the top 10 there will be then. So with them done, next up will be Paul di Resta and Kumu Kobayashi for Force India and Sauber. Let's go for them next up. I hope the Hockenheimrimng will be a good special way after last season's Grand Prix in Germany was at the Nürburgring in 2011. But it was only NASCAR circuit that was last season, and it was a good race, and that was won by Rosberg Keller's Williams then. So well done for that in the last German Grand Prix we had. It was on Roblox Croatia on Roblox Studio, but this is on the maintained Roblox then introduced that was introduced in the 2012 Roblox season then. So Paul di Resta and Kumu Kobayashi off for their lap then here at Germany. So through the hairpin goes Paul di Resta. Kobayashi is going to follow me as well then, and bit fast there from Kumu. The Japanese right is on a flyer there. Wasabi or Kofu he is then, that the Japanese driver Kumu Kobayashi can come through in for this. Winning 14th in the championship so far. Paul di Resta had a bad season he's not having for this. He's only 17th in the drivers' championship. We're only just 24 points down, but can he get into slightly into Q2? Let's take a look. Dress across the line, and he's only just 1 minute 51.808. Kobayashi goes on 51.537, and he goes into the top 5, but di Resta, I think that might be a slow lap. He goes into 6th. Where we see at the moment, let me just count, 9, 20, 17, 18, 9, 20, 21. He goes into 15th, so that could be a slight bit of danger zone for that he could be risky, could be knocked out in Q1, I think, out of qualifying this first part qualify here at the German Grand Prix at the Hockenheimrimng. We'll see it to all the drivers have done the lap times then, so all the cars have done the lap times then. So next up will be Perez and Dan Ricciardo. So, Sergio Perez and Dan Ricciardo next to do their lap times then. Perez is off his lap, and so is Dan Ricciardo. So, let's see what they could do. Check how Ricciardo's doing Formula 1, these two are. Perez is driving for Red Bull, while Dan Ricciardo is driving for McLaren then. But in 2020, they were driving for Sauber and Toro Rosso there. So, good for Sergio Perez and Dan Ricciardo still both in Formula 1 still to this present day in 2022 then. 10 years ago to this day, and they're driving for the Sauber and Toro Rosso, but another driving then to the new pro teams then. So yeah, looking forward for this then as well then. So yeah, it's going through into through to turn of 12. I think that might be. Yep, Perez going for the stadium section then. Ricciardo not that far behind then through the go, or a bit slower than Ricciardo. That could cost him time to get out of Q1 then. Perez goes on 51.5172. Ricciardo 51.715. So Perez might be looking safe at the moment. He's faster than he's slower than his teammate Kumu Kobayashi then. Ricciardo 51.715 then. So Hamilton he's been knocked out then because he's in the knocked out zone. So that's one McLaren out then, and the other is still safe at the moment with Button still in it then. But there's still only 6 more runners left, 6 more cars left to run then. Next one will be Fernando Maldonado. Pastor Maldonado is out on course with her, but very sorry if I think he's gone, and yet he's stuck in the pit lane then. I think that was a bit, because we didn't close the pit lane so quickly then, so we might have to get him back out there again. Okay, so this is costly Inferno some time then. Okay, so Maldonado is off his lap. Then Phil will have to wait until Maldonado completes his laps then. So a bit slow there going for the pit zone because we didn't close it properly then. So hopefully we'll not see that then from that incident then. So Pastor Maldonado is out on track as well. He's the first one then for the Williams cars then to do this lap then. So is just following, is just behind then. So what could Williams afford for this racetrack here in Germany? They have won a lot of times there in the 1980s and 1990s. The last win here was in I think it was in 1997 or maybe, no, I think it might be 2001 or maybe a figure like that. But Maldonado completed his lap then for Williams and he goes on the 51.647. But now it's going to begin his lap right now. So with this then, Maldonado will be hopefully fancying through then. So with that lap time done then, so let me just get the pen out. We'll do with a bit of mouth. So Maldonado is a 51.647 for the fellow Australian driver. So 647. So that's the lap time for Maldonado there. So yeah. So first, just gone through the hairpin now. Going through to this part of the circuit then. So random Mercedes-Benz Stadium then. So yeah, part of these colours I love to be there for that. So 8 okay then. So very nice then. Alright, and going through the stadium section now then. So let's see where can Fern go. So round the penultimate corner now, round the final corner now. Let's see what Fern can do. Across the line then, and it's a 51.634 for Fern. So faster than Maldonado then, so good work for that then, and that's knocked out Paul Duester and also eliminated from it. It's Kimi Räikkönen, the Iceman, is also out for this. For Lotus Drive is out as well for this first part qualifying then. So disappointing for that for Iceman, who won the last race at Silverstone. The Champions Leader is out to qualifying then in Q1. By the way, that's them done. Next to Senna and Kovalainen. So out comes Bruno Senna and Heikki Lion then. So both of them are out of track right now. But Mono is still out of track at the moment. I need to get them back to start the lap time. Bruno says off then, and Kovalainen has started his lap time then. But Maldonado has stayed out there. But I think he's trying to warm the tyres for the race itself. So I bet the steward will not look at that incident in the pit lane. He was trying to come into the pit, but it looks like to say the Williams didn't know he was coming into the pit and let him out. Then I made a mistake then, guys. So he's coming back to the pits again. So that will not be a penalty from. That will not be a great penalty for Pastor Maldonado. So no further accident, then, guys. That was just a mistake then. So okay, so Brilliant and Caroline going through into turn number 7. I think it is. Yeah, 7, 8, 9. There we go through into turn 10. Looks like the final moment right now. Then to continue on then. So through they go through the chicane then and onto the penultimate corner now. One the last corner right now then. That would be perfect for this then. So they cross the line and come on cover line, and it's a 51.588 for cover line. But unfortunately, Brilliant is been knocked down, unfortunately, then. So 51.826 is not the fastest, quicker way for Senna to go that way. Then, unfortunately, though, he has been knocked out from this first qualifier of the German Grand Prix at the Hockenheimrimng, unfortunately, then. So cover line may be through, but unfortunately, that's game over for Brilliant. He's been knocked down, unfortunately, recently, then. So not good luck from that from Brilliant then. So he's out, but Color will be making it through if he stays like this. So he'll be advancing to the next qualifier and then. So who'll be joining them to it? So let's find out. Okay, the final two drivers to do the lap time: Vitaly Petrov for Caterham and the Spaniard Alberto La Rosa for HRT. So both of them are the last final two drivers then. Passamana said he was fine for that then. So he was just testing. He didn't notice that he wasn't coming in. So I made a mistake then. I just opened. I closed his pit. I closed the Williams pit entrance then. So unfortunately then, I did, and I let Maldonado out to the track then. So he stayed out there and then come back to the pit. And he didn't. I didn't notice he was not coming in. I thought he was going towards the pit box then, but it was the Williams pit that I closed then. I closed it then. And so I closed the click wall I did. Then I clicked the wall and then it gonna disappear then. So that's not great for me. But that was my mistake then, guys. So yeah. But here goes Vitaly Petrov. So the last drivers coming up then. 51.585 De La Rosa. 51.591. So hoping we safely through then. And that's the end of this first qualifying session then of the German Grand Prix at the Hockenheimrimng then. So we might not fine for that then. And then I bring it back to the pits then. And then yeah. The barrier was there, yeah, and brought Senna and Kovalainen back in the pits then. So yeah, good job for that then. Well, that's pretty much it then, guys. That is the end of the first qualifying session then, guys. With all 25 cars done the lap time so far then. So let's take a look. We're in 25 minutes so far then for this first in this German Grand Prix qualifying session then, guys, at the Hockenheimrimng then. But let's take a look who has gone quickest and who's gone fast into Q10, who's been knocked down in Q1. Who are the 7 who've been knocked out at Q1 then, guys? Let's find out. First qualifying session lap times then on the board then, and I'll complete then. And let's take a look who has been knocked out. So all 25 cars all done at the lap then, their single lap they did. But let's see who are the 7 who've been knocked out in Q1. Well, this is a terrible disaster for some of them then. The championship leader, and yeah, the championship leader, Kimi Räikkönen, and unfortunately he's been knocked out. So that is no really new improvements there from that then from Mr. Kimi Räikkönen there, but unfortunately both of the Red Bull, Mark Webber and Sebastian Vettel are out. So the drivers have been knocked out in Q1. You see on the screen right now then, guys. Knocked out in Q1 are Sebastian Vettel, Roman Grosjean, Mark Webber, Kimi Raikkonen, Paul di Resta, Lewis Hamilton, Brisa. So that's both Lotuses, both Lotus F1 cars, and both Red Bulls have been knocked out in Q1. That is just the same from that then, from both Lotuses and for Red Bull though. Button's through, but Hamilton isn't, so he's been knocked out then. Both Ferraris are through into Q2 then, recently then, so well done to both of the Scuderia Ferrari tried to get into Q2 then. No, Mercedes have got their cars into Q2 then, but both Lotuses will be joining Vettel and the others on the sideline, and Kimi looks stressed for that then. So Lotuses have both Lotuses out then, so not good for that. So, with that first qualifier out of the way then, so we'll move into qualifier 2 then, we'll be beginning in like 10 minutes then, guys. So, we'll see you for the start of Q2. So, be back in 10 minutes then, guys, and we'll get underway for qualifier 2. Alright, we're back again though. Welcome back to this qualifier today. We're beginning the second part qualifier for the German Grand Prix at Hockenheimrimng, and they both are off for the both Mauritius were okay. They're safely free to Q2 then, so we begin Q2 begin with both of the Mauritius where they left up in Q1 though. They had a bit of a close up. They had a bit of a squish they had in the space then in Q1 then, but we're free to Q2 then, so the second part qualifier of the German Grand Prix at the Hockenheimrimng is underway then, as we get the green light again, so we're underway again. Both clock and Penny to be fastly and struggling a lot this pace around this whole circuit then. For they go into 6 and 7, they're going past then, so for they go into the stage sector, they come through right now. Glock and Pick looks like they're spreading out a little bit then, but they're getting close again then, but Pick is getting quicker than Glock then. Oh, a bit of but to the top there from Timo Glock then, as Glock starts his lap. Pick's complete his lap as well, but Glock only on 51.842 for the German. Pick is a 51.650, so looks like Pick is quicker than his teammate Glock then throughout this second part qualifier then. Like they were both tied in the first qualifying session then, in the first part qualifying then, but now the time are different for the second part qualifying then, with 6.50 for Pick and Glock 51.842. That could hopefully see him slightly. He might be a risk of danger. That might be a bit dangerous then. It might be a slow lap time for Timo Glock there. He might be a risk of danger, not getting knocked out Q2, like some of the drivers in the 51.8 in the 51.8s. They were knocked out. So Glock could be looking outside the top 10 though, and be knocked out at this second part of qualifying, be out of qualifying if you say it like this. So next to Fernando Alonso, the Spaniard, and Michael Schumacher for Mercedes, are next two drivers to begin the lap here at the Hockenheimrimng. So Alonso and Schumacher fairly safely free to Q2 then. The teammate are stood beside them. Well, even though we lost both both Red Bulls and both Lotus from Q1. Now we lost one Williams from that first part. One for Cindy, that was Di Resta, and also one McLaren, that was Lewis Hamilton. So both Red Bulls, both Lotuses, one for Cindy, one McLaren, one Williams joined them in the drop zone then. So that's made the total of 7. So yeah. So that's 7 knocked out. 7 more to lose in this second part qualifying then. So let's see what Fernando and Michael Schumacher do. Through they go into the stage section, there we go through now. Round the 5 core goes Fernando Alonso. What could Aspire achieve for this? And the cross line is a 51.556. Schumacher 51.669. Alonso goes to the top of the table. Schumacher goes third behind Pick. So Schumacher goes into third place. Alonso has gone to the top. He's fastest so far. So Alonso goes quicker. He was quickest in the first part of qualifying. So could he go even quicker again? He was slow. He was over 1 millisecond, 100,000 milliseconds, 100 milliseconds off from his Q1 time in Q1. So that's a bit fine for Fernando then, with 51.5 for that. Next two drivers coming up next is the HRT, the engine driving the main car Cayenne, and German driver Nico Huckenheimrimng. So we have lost I think we lost only just about one German driver we've lost there. There are 5 Germans in this there's 5 German drivers. We had 6 from last year, so yeah. So the 5 German drivers in this coming into this race in Germany are Vettel, Schumacher, Rosberg, Hülkenberg, and Glock. So they're the 5 German drivers on the grid then. So Carter and Nico Hülkenberg, what they can plan to do then? So Carter and Hülkenberg, good to see them back in Q2. Hülkenberg needs to be a good because he's winning dead last in the championship, and Force City need to get a good backup pack up if they want to secure some points there, or they're going to finish the season dead last in the championship then. Well, the 2016 was a bit better for them from that season then, but not for this season though in 2012. 51.7 for Mr. Kottke, Hülkenberg 51.623 for the German, and yeah, that's very good. Hülkenberg goes second quickest, Kottke goes in only 5th, and could be sort of out to qualifying for that for Kottke for the injured driver. So the main Kottke, maybe it's a little bit of danger here, but Hülkenberg goes into 3rd place, head of, well, actually goes second fastest, actually, go behind. He's had the pick and Schumacher. So Hülkenberg goes into 2nd place, while Kottke goes into 5th. Jensen Button, Massa, where to go then? So Massa, can he do better what his teammate did? So both Fernando Alonso and Mike Schumacher, hopefully they'll be safe into Q3. I hope into the knockout, into the side of so down into the knockout session, into the final qualifying in Q3 coming up. Get into the shootout session for fight for pole position then, to the fight for pole position for Q3. But anyway, through they go, into the hairpin going through then, into turn 7, and looks like Button and Massa looking very good so far around the Hockenheimrimng. This is the fixed layout of the Hockenheimrimng. Thought it would be using a modern one, it would be broken driver off the track. But good for using the fixed one then here at the Hockenheimring in Germany. Through goes Button Massa around the 5 car to come through then. Because we're using fixed tracks this time, they're not modern tracks then. Oh, a bit stuck there, but Massa got a very quickest lap time he had then from the Ferrari, and he goes quicker. So it's a Ferrari 1-2 at the top there, with Massa goes ahead of his teammate Fernando Alonso. Means Massa is faster than Fernando now. As Massa goes to the provisional top of the table then. Button goes into 3rd behind Alonso, so both it's Massa, Alonso, Button, the top 3 then. The fastest cars they are going quickest at the moment. Then for Massa 1st, Alonso 2nd, Button 3rd. Good work for them. Well done, Button, Massa. Good luck for them. Coming up to the halfway through mark then, the next 10, and so we'll have the 10 drivers then. So, and whoever is 10th quickest will be the time to beat, will be displayed on the board then. So, Glock is winning 8th place, so that's the big example there. But Rosberg and Kobayashi are on their lap times now to see they're going to try to prove their lap times are quicker a lot then, like they had in Q1 they had recently then. Going right through the hairpin goes Rosberg. Oh, a bit slow there, but what about Kobayashi? That's okay for Kamui there, but it looks like was a bit of time there because going slow the hairpin might be a problem for Nico Rosberg there. But going for the stadium section, he goes through right now. Where is Kobayashi there? There he is. So the Sauber driver, what could they do? So Rosberg through 15 and 16, going into the far corner there. Where will Rosberg end up? So cross the line it goes. It's a 51.789. That is not quickest for Rosberg though. He only goes 7th quickest. Kobayashi, oh no, a 51.82. He goes 9th, unfortunately then. So Rosberg 7, Kottke 8, Kobayashi 9, Glock 10. So that's the top 10 lap times have done the lap times. So it's the longest, quickest head of Massa Button. So good luck for them. So with the top 10 drivers have all done their lap times then. So we've got 7 more to go. And let's see if they can try not any of the top 10 out of this session. I think it might be then. So it might be Alonso, Massa, and Button, and I think Hockenberg could be safely through in the part quad for 14. That's good result for the German Hockenberg. It's through to Q3 will be. So Perez and Ricardo. So the time to beat is on the screen right now. Then guys, it will not be available for Q1 now. So the time to beat it will be only available for Q2, not for Q3. That'll be the battle for pole position. So Perez and Ricardo, they need to try to beat. So to try to get into Q3, they need to try the time to beat to get into Q3. So that is the time to beat to get into Q3, into the knockout, so into the shootout into Q3. To fight for the 5 pole position to Q3, they need to beat this lap time. That's set by Timo Glock in the rules. So the German slightly today could be knocked out in his home GP here in Germany then. If it doesn't go that quick though. he could be knocked out by Perez or Ricardo if they go even quicker. They need to go up into like they don't need to go for the 8. They don't want to go for the 8, go into 51.8. But Perez done it. He's knocked out Glock, and Ricardo has knocked out Perez's teammate Kobayashi, who was running 10 and has been knocked out as well. So Ricardo and Perez are both safely through into Q3 then. So Perez goes into 4 behind. Goes into 4 behind Button. Well, Perez slightly might be a bit of risk there. He's just, I think he's winning 6 or 7 might be. It could be slightly, could be out in qualify as well if he doesn't go that quickly as well. So Toro Rosso, Fern, and Pastor Maldonado, the only remaining Williams in this qualifying session now, are both starting their lap right now. So the new lap time is on the screen now. It's time to beat his 10th place. That's the Wayne Carter K in the HRT, the injured driver in the driver at risk. Then he's in 10th place so far. Means he could be out of qualifiers if Fern and Maldonado don't want a 51.8. I can hope that will thankfully send them out. Thankfully knocked out both of them in qualifying 2, and they don't want they don't want that to happen then in this one. They want in real life. But anyway, then so let's say they could have tried it. So 51.6 could safely go into Q3. So Wolfen or Maldonado could do it. But Henry was 5 coming out. First will be the first one to cross the line. Then is this lap good enough for Fern to get out into Q1? Yes, he does. Maldonado, he just barely made it. He just knocked out Wasp, but it's a 51.79. But he goes, he's just safely going into the top 10. He goes only 10th. That is not good for Maldonado, but Fern could be slightly a bit of risk here then. He's posted the same lap time as Perez there, and they could hopefully, but they might be both might be going out to qualify as well then if they don't have a best lap time they set so far. So with this could all change in this to the last 3 cars left to 1 in this final in the second part of qualifying then, guys, and going to the final shootout in Q3. Double strategy there for Caterham then, as both Vitaly Petrov have to wait for his lap then, because Kovalainen is off for his lap then. So it looks like the Caterhams have not spread there like the Musa did. This is the same like the Musa did in Q1 then. So with HK going first, means Vitaly will have to wait then, so see he could go even quicker. So if Kovalainen needs to try to be at 51.710, see him go through into the shootout in Q3. Next one drive after that would be because such a present and Fern have posted the same lap time, means that posted Fern means Fern is in 10th. And after that it will be and Marcus Schumacher could be out of qualify, but he's winning in 8th place, and hopefully they can see him through. I hope so. And here comes Kovalainen going towards the line now then, and he posted a 51.639 and he goes through. So wonderful stuff from Heikki then. So 51.639, that's put. He goes. He's just 3 milliseconds off from Michael Schumacher. That means that the time to beat is now. And the time to beat, I think Schumacher could be safely through into Q3 because I think no one would not beat into it then. So now it's Petro's turn, and now he needs to try and beat a 51.686, and that is set by Sergio Perez and Sergio Fern. Means it will be Fern who is running this session in 10th, means he'll be first. So could Vitaly do it? So it will be posted the same as Perez as well, but will Vitaly Petrov get his Caterham into Q3? Well, Heikki's through then. He's safely through into Q3, the 5-part qualifying. So the running orders then who is safely through to Q3 are Pick is through, Alonso's through, Schumacher will be through, and so it will be Hulkenberg, Button, Massa, and also through and also through it's Ricardo and Kovalainen. So it's Vitaly Petrov swimming away behind his teammate Kovalainen to see what the other kid, what could the Wilson drive could do. He needs to try to beat this lap to go fans into the shootout setting. He's going quicker then, but round the fire is going to be a bit tricky then. Petro heading towards the line, heading across the line he goes, and he's only just 51.924. He doesn't make it. That was a slow bad lap time from Vitali, and he goes 16th. So, fortunately, Petro has been knocked out, is out to qualifying then. Hickey's through, but Vitali isn't. So, unfortunately, that's one Caterham out to qualifying then. So, good one for both of the Caterham, but unfortunately, Vitali had to post a slow, terrible lap from the Caterham, from the Russian drive. That's a slow lap that was. He's only 16th. So, Vitali, Petro out then. So, he's out of qualifying then. So, but Hickey's through, but not for Vitali. It means that Perez will be saving through, but there's only just one more car left to run, and it's Pedro Lewis for HOT. He's the only one left to run there and see can he get out to Q, can he get into the final part qualifying to Q3 and knock out so make it fun in the Toro Rosso. Let's find out. One more driver left to go, and it's the other HOT Trade 10 champion Pedro Lewis. Well, unfortunately, it's been not a good day for HOT for this second part qualifying. Kotka, unfortunately, has failed to get into the top 10, unfortunately, so he's down in 14th, I think he is, yeah. Down in 14th place he is then, so unfortunately, he's been knocked out. Actually, 15th place he is then. I mean, he's been knocked out to Q. He's been knocked out to Q2, unfortunately, then. So what can his teammate do for them to go Pedro Lewis? He needs to try and beat, so the same time that Perez and Fern did, but Fern is 10, Perez is 9, he will be safe with 3 into Q3, but Fern could be a slightly riskier. Could De La Rosa, he needs to try a bit of slap time to get into Q3. Oh, lost it there, going into the stage section part, just clip the wall there. Has this cost De La Rosa a chance to get into Q3? Let's see. And heading towards the line right now, across the line it goes, and it has cost it to get into Q3 then, unfortunately then. That hit with the wall means that cost a bit of time for Pedro Lewis. It means, unfortunately, he's at 51.801, and unfortunately, he's not going through. So De La Rosa is out to qualify, and he will be joining his teammate car together. So that's both HRTs out in Kida. So not that bump, but that butch with the wall there, that hit with the wall there means that cost dearly a far amount of time that might be for De La Rosa. So yeah, a clip with the wall means, unfortunately, De La Rosa is out to qualify, unfortunately. He's out to Q2 then, guys, and he will be joining his teammate on the sidelines then in the Park Ferme. So that's disappointment for De La Rosa. He's out to qualify, unfortunately. So here are the Q2 lap times, but good, thank God that Perez and Fern both said the same lap times, 51.686, but good thing they're both saving free to the final part qualifying. They're both free to Q3, so that's both Toro Rosso into Q3, because Ricardo and Fern have 51.5 and 51.6, mean there will be a fantasy final part qualifying. So as Q2 comes to an end, then the drivers are knocked down in Q2. If you see on the screen right now, then guys, so the drivers have been knocked down in Q2 are Passamar 9 in the Williams, Nick Rosberg, Noé Kontken, Pedro De La Rosa, Timo Glock, Kamil Kobayashi, and Vitaly Petrov. So those are the next 7 cars to be eliminated from this second part qualifying. Then both HTs are out, Glock's out, Petrov's out, and yeah, Model is also out as well. So that's both Williams out as well. So that's just point save for that 37. So the presence on for the final 10 drive will be Kovalainen, both the Toro Rosso, Fernando Ricardo, Sergio Perez, Hulkenberg is through, Schumacher is through, Alonso Massa through, Bottas through, and also through is Charles Pickney of Marissa. So the final 10 cars will be out on track for the final part qualifying in about 10 minutes time. Then, guys, we'll sort this out for Q3. So in about 10 minutes, then, guys, I will begin the final part of qualifying for the German Grand Prix to decide who will be on pole position for the race start tomorrow. So let's find out for the grid setup for Q3 itself. So anyway, then, see you for Q3 then, guys. Okay, welcome back then, guys. We're here for the final part qualifying then, and it's a shootout, the final shootout for qualifying. This is decided for pole position done, and who's going to get it done. First up, Pick and Alonso, but unfortunately Alonso will have to enter Pick faces lap 10, and then we'll have to go around. They'll have to go around the course 3 times then for Pick faces lap and Alonso faces up as well then. So Pick is the first one out, so Alonso's just closing in on the Marissa driver then. And now this could be a good chance to see who will be. I think Alonso prefers Pitt to go first, then see what his lap time is, and then he can go and see do they try beat that ladder. Oh, they both picked had a bit bump at the bow going into the hairpin. He goes for the turn 6 then. For 8 and 9 they come through then, and of course as going through the going to stage 60 right now then. Alonso getting clearly then to the back of Charles Pic then. But Pic is not having none of that then to his Marussia then. And then towards the line right now goes Charles Pic. And it's a 51.724. Okay, so that is the lap time that Fernando needs to be for that all-important pole position. So now Charles Pic has got the pole, but can Fernando Alonso, the Spaniard, can beat him? So off goes Fernando Alonso on his lap time then. So by the time then, and I'm joining the track as well then. Oh, I know about that then because I'm just following it around, and Christopher is there, and there I am going around the circuit. Okay, so looks like it's gonna be a bit tricky then. Picks in towards everyone right now then. Fernando Alonso getting close near to the Spaniard driver then. Looks like Alonso is very clearly at the moment. Okay, that's fine for that. So Alonso going through then, they're going to head to the stage center there. Christopher has joined in, but hopefully he's going to watch this coming up to this place then. And says hi, and I will have to speak to him just later on. Then there he comes. But where could Fernando Alonso go even quicker then? Heading towards the line right now then. And will Alonso fight for pole? No, he cannot. Oh dear me. Oh, Alonso not quite fast enough. Oh dear me. Oh my word. 52.124. Wow. 400 milliseconds off the pace then. Oh my word. So unfortunately Alonso only goes second, unfortunately. They're not fast enough. But Pickett has got the pole position, but there's 8 more cars still up to 1. Let's do the next 2 will be Michael Schumacher and Nico Hülkenberg, the 2 German in their home race. So, Michael Schumacher and Nico Hülkenberg. Let's see what the 2 Germans can do in their home turf. Force India versus Mercedes. So, the time to beat for the pole time is a 51.742. No. Sorry, I mixed up there. 51.724 it is. Got the 4 and 2 switched around in attempts. And so, off goes Schumacher and Hülkenberg. Christmas is on the trust then, but hopefully he won't spoil the party for these drivers then. Going into the hairpin right now. Looks like he's getting closer then. Going for the heavier turn 6 then. Looks like Schumacher has the upper hand then. And going through the chicane right now. Hülkenberg not that far back then. Looks like it's going to be a good upper hand for these 2 Mercedes drivers then. I mean, both German in their home race in the German Grand Prix at the Hockenheimrimng then. So Schumacher and Hülkenberg round the far could both they come through. Let's see. Here comes first Michael Schumacher heading towards the line now, and could not beaten at that time as Hülkenberg does not as well. Looks like they lost 5 more time there, so not quite close enough. So, slow they were. Oh my word! But Schumacher only goes 3rd and Hülkenberg 4th. Not the best lap time they have, but Pickett still has the pole, and there's still a few more drivers to have a chance to try and beat him then. Okay, so with Schumacher and Hülkenberg not that quick then means, okay, so next 2. Felipe Massa for Ferrari starts his lap right now, as hopefully he'll do better for that. Jensen Button is just coming around now, and he begins his lap as well then. I'll tell him to wait the checker. For the completed lap. I'll tell him wait the checker for the completed lap then. So yeah, I'll just turn the message to Christopher to that. He's joined in my game then to watch this for the German Grand Prix for the far part of the German Grand Prix qualification then. So both Massa and Button looks like hopefully, let's see, Massa just avoid the power there. Could Jensen avoid it as well? He does. So looks like Massa and okay. So Chris is ready to check a flag and see the here goes Massa heading towards the line now. Cross the line goes the Brazilian, and he goes to 51.892. He hasn't done it. Only 2nd. Button across the line. 52.196. It's not quickest. Massa is going to 51.8, going to 51, but Bottas only goes only fourth. So what is happening around this Hockenheimrimng circuit to these drivers after Q2? They were fast in Q2, but what has happened to them in Q3? Not quick at all. What is happening to them around this track in the Hockenheimring then? So unfortunately then, both Bottas and Massa do not go in quicker. Massa said 51.892. This track is getting now slower for these drivers. These are now posing slower lap times then. But what could Perez and Ricciardo do? Both got through together then. Perez began his lap, but Ricciardo, unfortunately, he was too close back of Perez, means he had to wait until Perez got his lap then. So, this needs to be a bigger chance for them though. As Christopher's getting too close for them, because when from the back of the last 2 seasons, back in the United States Grand Prix, there was contact, there was collision carnage that it might be for them to come through, as Checo's do head to Daniel Ricciardo then. So going through turn 6 now, into 7 to go through, as Ricciardo needs to wait until Perez on his lap time then, so it's going to be a big upper hand for them to go through, as through they go into the stadium section to go through now, as Christmas gets past them then, and round the 5 car they come through now. What could Perez do? Across the line now, and he's a 51.08807. Perez only goes second quicker. That's a good lap from Checo, but unfortunately, it's not enough. So unfortunately, Perez missed out that provisional pole from Pick. So unfortunately, Perez hasn't done it. Well, with Perez done, then off goes Dan Ricciardo. Then so the Rossi, the Australian, can hit a 4 for this. So this needs to be a good lap from Dan Ricciardo for the Australian driver. Then as he probes it into turn number 2 now. Slow down. I think turn 2 could have costly some drivers or potentially get a better lap time in. As Ricciardo needs to do really better than he could do if he wants to start pole position from Pick. Pick is still on pole position from Wilson then. He's winning third in the championship with 54 points and could hopefully slightly be back in the championship fight then. In the contention of the championship then. And hopefully he can fight for the lead at the top of the championship then. He could try and do. It's going to be a bit of an example there for Ricciardo then. Before he goes into the 5 corners now. What could he promise to do? Round the 5 corners come through now. Oh, can he do it? Ricciardo has, just 20 milliseconds off from the pole. Oh, Ricciardo so close there for the Australian drop. Goes second quickest. That was a great run from Dan Ricciardo, but across the line there, he only second quickest. Just 20 milliseconds off with the pole from Charles Pick there, and there's 2 more drivers left to go. So, Ricciardo is in P2 at the moment and could hopefully fight to get into the top 5 in the championship after this race is finished tomorrow, if he get a good finish, if he finishes this race. Pick is still on pole unless these 5-2 drivers will hopefully have a chance to gain that pole. Fern's on the way, but Heikki isn't. So, Fern. So, the 9th driver now is trying to do this lap. Then, so, the penultimate driver, Heikki will have to wait then for his turn then. And all a bit slow there. I think that might be the glitching power, I think might be. Because of that then. Because I think that might be because of Christopher joining into the game then. Because that could be a bit of a problem there for the race itself then. So, Fern, for the hairpin goes through now. Looks like a bit of a hand there through that. Turn 2 might have cost a bit dearly for Fern then, I think. So, bit of a glitching there turn 2 there. I don't know what's happened there. I think the FIA will have to. I think the race control will look at that qualifier after this qualifier is finished then. But will Fern complete this lap fastly then? Here he comes around the last qualifier now. And across the line goes Fern. And he has done it! Fern's done it! First, that's pole position from Pick. Fern has snatched pole position. Wow, well done, Fern. Wow, amazing work. Pole position for that. Wow. Sorry, Fern has done it. Wow. 1 minute 51.670 there. What a great lap. Fern has done it then. Has done it. 51.670 was good enough then. But Kovalainen has still yet to complete his lap then. And then all the 10 drivers will determine where they will be for the race start. So with third 20th lap then. Kovalainen is coming up next up, so he'll be the third driver to complete this lap. So, Heikki's off. Heikki Kovalainen, the finished driver for Caterham. So, what could he do then? Can he get into a good possible top 5 for this? He's running 22nd and nearly close in the championship, the last in the championship then from Maldonado and Hockenheimrimng for about 5 points then. Caterham running 9th for the championship, had the Ferrari there by just 4 points there. 9th is not good enough though for Caterham there. They need to go upper hand to make the pace up a lot more quicker then. So yeah. Looks like it's got a lot more progress to make up then, so yeah.
I think the code's actually on the Windows itself. It's actually on the Windows. You just got the product number.
Well, this is going to be very close there. Kovalainen heading towards the penalty club. Round the 5 quick comes through and now. And will Kovalainen go even quicker than third? Across the line. And he does not. So Kovalainen posts there 51.977. That means unfortunately that is not enough. That means as we stop the session, that means we complete the session there. That is it. The session's done then. And that is it. So yeah. Well, that means it's over. That means that Sorry Fern has claimed his second pole position of the year, of the season, in this F1 2020 season. He got it from Canada, he had then, but he has done it again. The 2-time Formula E champion is on pole for Toro Rosso. The Frenchman has done it here at Germany. Well done, Fern. You're on pole position. Congratulations. What a great lap times there from the rest of for all these 10 drivers for Q3 there. But come on, well, great lap that was successfully for the Caterham driver. He goes into, I think, in the top 5 if you think he might be. So I think he will be starting the race in third place, I think, for the Caterham driver, for this driver from Finland. So Kovalainen could be starting the race in the top 5 then for the race tomorrow. If you when we look for the final classification of the qualifying results and see who's got pole position then, guys. We'll be right back. So the end of this qualified 3 then, so that's the end of this qualified session of the German Grand Prix at the Hockenheimrimng then, guys. So here's the final classification for the German Grand Prix after 3 qualified sessions done, and it's showing it firm for Toro Rosso, the Frenchman, the 2-time Formula E champion. He secured the pole position you see on the screen right now then, guys. He will be starting the race on pole position, and good. And sorry, his teammate Jamie Cole will be starting behind him on the second row of the grid. So 2 Toro Rosso drivers in the top 4 in this qualified session here in Germany, in this weekend's race in Germany. Charles Pig is back against the championship. Second place will start the racing for Marussia then. So 2 French drivers are Pick and third on the front row, head to Dan Ricciardo. Sergio Perez in the lonely South, but the Mexican 4th place for that. So Checo Scott is starting the racing on second row in P4. Massa 5th for Ferrari, the Brazilian so close there. Kovalainen 6th place for Caterham, head to Fernando Alonso and Jenson Button. Both 7th and 8th there. Mike Zimmer from Mercedes only 9th place for the 7th world champion in his home race. And Hulkenberg 10th place. And the rest of it, Maldonado will start alone at the Rosberg. There will be the both HRT next up, Kotikin and Dolorosa. There will be Kobayashi, Glock, Petrov, Vettel, Grosjean, Webber, Raikkonen, Dresden, Hamilton, and Brewster making up the 24 car lining up for the grid for the race tomorrow. But that will be very great for that then. But there you go, guys. Thanks for everybody for watching then, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. Seeing me and Christopher, a mate, a person, or a Roblox fan who come into my qualifier then, guys. It'd be lots of lot more for that here in Germany again then. But guys, thanks for everybody for watching then, guys. We'll see. Well, guys, thanks for everybody for watching then, guys. Join us tomorrow at in the afternoon. We'll be at the German Grand Prix race at the Hockenheimrimng, where 24 cars will fight 67 to final laps around this Hockenheimrimng circuit in Germany. But then, rather further then, guys, thanks for everybody for watching the German Grand Prix qualifiers then, guys. Until then, guys, we'll see you for the race tomorrow then, guys, in the afternoon. But guys, thanks for everybody for watching then, guys, on Saturday qualifier session, and we'll see you for Sunday's race. But guys, thanks for everybody for watching then, guys. Goodbye. See you for the race tomorrow. Bye-bye for now. Bye.